Welcome to Big East Basketball, presented by PNC. This afternoon, we're in Hartford, Connecticut for a Sunday afternoon matinee inside the XL Center as number 19 UConn plays host to the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. Hi, everybody, along with former Rutgers captain and then head coach Bob Wenzel. I'm Mike Gleason. It's always great to have you with us. And Bob, you look at UConn, they've fallen into a habit of winning two and losing two. And right now they're in a two-game slump. But Jim Calhoun should get a boost with the return of one of his top players today.
No doubt about that, Mike. Ryan Boatwright is back. The speedy freshman point guard is an X factor for this team. He is a difference maker. He enables Shabazz Napier to move over to the 2 and Lamb to the 3. With those 3 in the game, they have their most potent offensive team.
Notre Dame comes in, winners of back-to-back games. They're now 5-3, and Mike Gray is developing his own double-double man.
Yes, Jack Cooley. I'll tell you what, this guy is a power player in the paint. Jack Cooley, about 6'9", about 250 pounds, does his damage close to the basket. When they upset Syracuse, he was a force in the game. Can go left-handed and right-handed, muscles people around the goal, and also he can fill the lane. Cooley doing a great job in the league, and in the one-on-one, you can see he's shooting 59% from the field. Jeremy Lamb had his worst game of the year against Notre Dame the first time. I would not expect that to happen again today.
Well, Bob, I mentioned the back-to-back losses for UConn, both losses by a mere 3 points. These Husky fans expect to spend their Sunday with a UConn victory. Today's Big East game is brought to you by PNC, for the achiever in you. Puerto Rico, it's about time you discovered why Puerto Rico does it better. The new Capital One Cash Card for people who want 50% more cash. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Tradewinds Beach Resorts, more fun in the Florida sun. It's like Florida weather out there, Bob, as far as Connecticut in January, as Connecticut comes in at 14-5, 4-3. Notre Dame at 13-8 and 5-3 as we check the starting lineups for this afternoon's game. First of all, for the Fighting Irish, 9 different starting lineups. This is the 3rd straight game. They'll go with Atkins, Martin, Grant, Connaughton, and Jack Cooley. Cooley coming off of back-to-back double-doubles. Connaughton, a true freshman. And for the UConn Huskies, see Napier, the leading assist man. Lamb is the leading scorer. Andre Drummond is the leading rebounder. And Daniels and Drummond, both true freshmen for Jim Calhoun. And the head coach for the Fighting Irish, Mike Gray. 3-time Big East Coach of the Year, 07-08, and again in 2010. And for Jim Calhoun, looking for win number 868 this afternoon. That's number 3 on the active list, behind Coach K and Jim Boeheim. Here we go. Well, Bob, Huskies, we mentioned the 2 straight losses, both by 3 points. You would think they'd be hungry here this afternoon.
I don't think there's any doubt about that. There's not very many times that teams play rematches in the Big East Conference because we have so many teams in this league. This is one of them. The team that has won the first game has won the second game also. So we'll see if that repeats itself in this game today.
That doesn't bode well for Notre Dame then this afternoon as the Huskies score the first bucket. Big number 34, Alex Oriaki, gets in the scoring column early.
Connecticut, of course, won the first game, and they broke the 29-game win streak of Notre Dame at home.
And now the Fighting Irish with wins over Syracuse and Seton Hall. Seton Hall had won 10 in a row at home, 12 in a row dating back to last year. Cooley with a little push. And this one's going against the big guy.
Looks to me like Connecticut's changed their colors, huh?
Yeah, those new Nike uniforms. I mean, Syracuse also joining that list. What is it? Syracuse has gray now with some orange?
I think they call it platinum.
Okay. Drummond steps back, misfires, and there's a battle. This one's going against UConn this time. As Alex Oriaki has a bucket and a personal foul.
Alex Oriaki. First personal, first team foul.
Oriaki with 13 double-doubles in his career, Bob, just one this year, so he's still feeling his way around.
Well, the fact that Drummond is here, taking up a lot of those times and shots and so forth, I think contributes to that particular statistic. Playing well together is something that they've got to do if UConn's going to achieve high goals this year.
Atkins. That would have been a 3. And Atkins pulls it out.
Interesting mismatch. Atkins on Oriaki. He can take him off the dribble, but decides not to go.
This is Martin. Atkins leads the team at 12.8. Grant is right behind at 12.6. And that's Atkins with his first bucket.
Anytime there's a mismatch, guard on big man, guard should take him off the dribble. Big guy's not used to guarding quick people away from the hoop.
Bob, I'd be remiss if I didn't say that's a good start for Notre Dame, because they were scoreless inside the 16-minute mark at Seton Hall on Wednesday night. Oriaki misses with a left-handed hook, and the ball's knocked out of bounds. It's going to come back the other way for the Fighting Irish. And Drummond, the preseason rookie of the year in the Big East, slow to get up.
Well, he's got a long way to go when he falls down. Wow. His feet got taken out under him because Martin was on the ground. He's up. Full court pressure by the Huskies. It's the zone variety.
Atkins led the Big East last year in assist to turnover ratio. Grant, the young man with the ball, has that honor so far this year. Connaughton, a little step back on the baseline. Connaughton's capable of exploding, hit 6 threes earlier this year.
Any idea or bets on how soon Boatwright will get into this game?
I was just thinking the same thing. When you look at minutes, the last 3 games, Boatwright's been out. Pretty good move in there for a big guy. Thought he was going to pull it out there for a minute, Bob.
They got numbers. They got numbers here.
And Grant knocks down 3 of those numbers.
They took advantage of it. That's a nice backcourt, Atkins and Grant. Atkins only a sophomore. Grant a freshman eligibility-wise, but number 22 for Notre Dame was there last year, practiced and all. They redshirted him because he was so young. He's been a major impact for Notre Dame this year.
Atkins and Grant, roommates rather, and best of friends, I should say. Well, the big guy, Drummond, looks like he's looking for a shot tonight, Bob. Cooley misfires and Lamb clears.
That was an early miss, but nobody on the board, so 5 guys back for Notre Dame, hence no fast break for the Huskies.
Lamb, 8 on the shot clock for the Huskies. Drummond, too strong.
UConn clearly trying to establish the interior before they go to the outside shots. Of course, their main scorers are the outside people, Lamb and Napier.
Top of the broadcast, we mentioned 9 different starting lineups. 7 different Notre Dame players have led this team in scoring. 5 on the shot clock. Here comes UConn. Baseline jumper doesn't go, but the stick back does.
Drummond beginning to learn where to go on missed shots. If it's from this corner, it's going to rebound. Oh. Andre's got power.
Inside the XL Center, 6'5" UConn on top of Notre Dame. And time now for a look at our Denny's value player. focusing on a freshman in the Big East who is making valuable contributions to his team. And why not this young man right here? Huh?
Boy, I'll tell you, he's a good shot blocker. He's got 6 double-doubles. One of them was against Notre Dame when they won at Notre Dame. He had 10 points and 13 rebounds in that game. He is 6'10", 270 pounds, and a very, very fast runner.
And Drummond with 4 double-doubles in the last 7 games. He has 4, Oriaki has 2, and Bob, the reason I bring that up, after the Tennessee game, Jim Calhoun said we have no post setup. It's a battle of will, and we're getting knocked off the post with the 2 big guys scoring early for UConn. This is Grant. 4 on the shot clock for the Fighting Irish. 1. Shot clock violation. We're coming back the other way.
Solid D by UConn, obviously. Mike Gray not too upset about that. Patience is a virtue when you are on the road. They do have experience. Now keep in mind, Notre Dame is without their best player. Tim Abromaitis got hurt early and is not part of their team at all this year. And he was preseason first team All Big East, 6'8" power forward who can score. So they've had to adjust to his absence. And it's remarkable to me that they've won 5 games in the league already.
And here comes number 11, Ryan Boatwright, checking into the game after sitting out the last 3. Nice round of applause from this UConn crowd. In the last 3 games, Jeremy Lamb has played 40 and 40 and 39, and Grant takes it to the rack. He's fouled, and Napier played 40, 38, and 38. So now they can get some breathers.
First personal, second team foul.
I say that, and all 3 now, they go with the 3-guard offense. All 3 still on the floor.
Well, this is their most potent offensive team. Napier can move to the 2. Boatwright handles the ball. He's faster. Lamb can go to the 3 and move without the basketball. He's their best scorer coming off screens. Reminds me of the 99 team when Richard Hamilton was the guy at the 3 spot. And they had 2 point guards on that team also. Moore and Khalid Amin. So a nice familiar place for Jim Calhoun with this kind of a lineup.
Cooley's going to get a breather now with 13 plus on the clock. Tom Knight in for the Fighting Irish.
First touch. Boatwright has been practicing in this latest episode where he was not able to play in games.
7 on the shot clock now for Jeremy Lamb. 4. Puts it up. And the foul will go against UConn and Jeremy Lamb. He picks up his first. That's a charge.
Charging foul number 3, Jeremy Lamb.
Well, we mentioned that Lamb only scored 6 points the last time these 2 teams got together. It looks like he hurt himself there a little bit in his lower back.
Number 5, Niels Giffey.
Only twice all year that he's been held in single digits against Notre Dame and Rutgers. It's about time you discovered why Puerto Rico does it better. Log on to cpuertorico.com and discover Puerto Rico for yourself. Atkins wide open, left side, knocks it down.
Terrific cross-court pass. Ball's on one side of the floor. Help side defense floods the lane. Pass over the top, pretty good idea. Notre Dame known for its 3-point shooting.
Niels Giffey on the lineup now for Jim Calhoun. His minutes have been going up a lot the last 3 games. Boatwright gives it up. There's the flush.
That doesn't happen if he's not in the game. That's for sure. The curl, the vision, the delivery, nice. Atkins can control things. Hansborough was their man last year, but Atkins taking the controls of their offense this year.
Martin from outside rattles in for a 3.
Threes are the name of the game. All 3 guys on the perimeter can make them. Martin, Atkins, and Grant.
Irish averaging just over 6 threes a ball game, and Martin was averaging almost a double-double for 5 games. 12 points, 9 rebounds, but held to 5 in that victory over Seton Hall. Again, the big guy gets it, and again, it's another flush.
Cooley is out of the game. Knight at 6'9" in the game. They go to 2-3 zone. Dragovic, number 12 for Notre Dame, 6'5" shooters in the game also.
Dragovic hitting a couple of clutch shots in that low-scoring Seton Hall game last Wednesday.
Had 22 against Pittsburgh.
Grant, Dragovic, Atkins.
Big time rebound. I could hear that from here.
Well, we talk about the big scoring for UConn early, Bob. I know I told you during the pregame. I said, boy, look at UConn. They're scary looking.
Watch Drummond along the baseline against the zone.
Oriaki. That's a charge on Oriaki. It's going to be his second, much to the chagrin of this full house here at the XL Center.
Second personal foul, 4th team foul. Time on the floor.
Ryan Boatwright, Mike, is very, very quick and creative. As a passer, nobody better on this team.
Welcome back inside the XL Center. All college basketball games on ESPN, ESPN2, ESPNU, and ESPN3 are streaming live on Watch ESPN all season long. Download the Watch ESPN app today on the App Store or the Android Market, or visit watchespn.com. Mike Gleason along with Bob Wenzel, almost halfway through the first 20 minutes here in Hartford, and Notre Dame holding on to the 2-point lead.
Well, Ryan Boatwright, this is his 11th game of the year, and they played more than double that, so he's anxious to get some action. I can see that in his way he's going about his business out here. Very, very quick. Can't overdo it and get fouls.
You had mentioned UConn beating Notre Dame at South Bend. He made the trip, but that's when he found out he couldn't play as Dragovic lines up a shot. He had family and friends there, and he told them to turn around. They said, "No, we're going to show up in support of you." And then he sat the next 3 games. This is Shabazz Napier. This is Boatwright. 7 on the shot clock. Down to 4. Napier. Good box out that time by Notre Dame.
That was really a poor possession offensively for UConn. Really nothing happening. No movement with purpose at all on that possession. And you wonder about how disjointed this team has been. With Boatwright out the first 6, then he's out again. Offensively, they've been struggling. Wrong guys are getting shots right now. Lamb not involved like he should be.
5 on the shot clock now. Martin. Little step back. 3, 2. Little tip, and they got it.
Touch pass.
How about that, huh? Boy, that's called clock awareness, huh?
Notre Dame very confident after the 2 wins you mentioned.
Traveling music. Yeah, Mike Ray said after the last 2 wins, now they're in the discussion for the NCAA tournament. He said that back in November, December. He would have fell out of his chair.
3 guys touch the ball right here. Tip, tip, tip pass. And Nice gets that off just in the nick of time. Cooley reminds me a lot, facially and body, of Luke Harangody, who was a 2-time Big East Player of the Year from Notre Dame. Very similar in their build and haircut and so on. He's not near the player that Luke is yet.
He's getting closer the way he's been playing.
Yeah, 6'9", 250.
Really came out of nowhere this year. Down to 4 again. Atkins. Little runner in the lane. Did touch the rim. Last touch by Notre Dame, and it's UConn basketball.
Well, let's take a look right here. Jack Cooley on the left, Luke Harangody on the right. What do you think? They look like twins, don't they?
You know, someone told me that earlier this season. I said, yeah, I guess so. But looking at that picture, you're right. I mean, they look like brothers. Cooley almost averaging a double-double now in conference play. 12.5 points, 9.8 rebounds. Lamb, that's a deep three. Baseline jumper doesn't go for Olander.
I mean, is it windy in here or what? I mean, guys are missing badly. No easy baskets for UConn in the break so far. Notre Dame conscious of sending 4 guys back to prevent the fast break. That's when UConn's at their best.
Atkins. Dragovic loses possession. Last touch by UConn, but 3 seconds on the shot clock. 7:17 to go in the first half here inside the XL Center. Fighting Irish of Notre Dame trying to get to 3-3 on the road this year. Back in Hartford, 14-10, Notre Dame trying to pick up another road victory. They're 11-1 at home, Bob, but back in South Bend, and the lone loss, as you mentioned, against UConn.
Well, the last time they played, Cooley did some damage on the interior, but it was Connecticut. Napier taking the ball strongly to the basket. He played a good game. Lamb did not, but this is one of his baskets. They break Notre Dame's home winning streak, 67-53. 29 previous games they had won. Now here's something interesting. These are rematches that have been completed this year in the league. The team that won the second one in all 3. Marquette, Syracuse, and West Virginia. In the olden days, before expansion, you played everybody in your league twice, added to the drama.
A lot of people feel that should still be the case. Good hustle by Notre Dame. They had 3 on the shot clock, came up with the offensive rebound, and Dragovic goes down after the shot is blocked. Boatwright still looking for his first shot. Lamb will take it deep. He hits it.
That's the first rhythm shot that they've taken in this game so far. And the perimeter guys are the scorers. You noted in that graphic that Oriaki and Drummond were the guys getting the shots. That is not the strength offensively of this team.
Joey Brooks. Huskies. Numbers. And the foul.
Connecticut is a fast break team. When they can get block shots, turnovers, and get in transition, that is where Jim Calhoun's team is dangerous. He can't look. 3 national championships for that guy, 99, 04, and of course last year the Kemba Walker National Championship.
And Roscoe Smith, an 83% shooter, misses. Liked his attitude. His minutes, about 25 last year, Bob, down to 15 this year. But he says, you know what, I'm not frustrated. I just love being on the floor wearing this Husky uniform.
Well, he had 10 points and 6 boards last time against Notre Dame. Played well in the NCAA tournament last year as a 4-man. They've got a lot of guys at the post positions on this team. Well, let's see what happens now with Napier out of the game and Boatwright, the primary ball handler. Giffey in the game, who can shoot, and Lamb, of course, who's their best offensive player. Small team.
Eight on the shot clock again. This is Scott Martin. Forced it inside, and they lose the ball again. The Irish only averaging 10 turnovers a game. That's number 1 in the Big East. That's their 4th.
Cincinnati, another team that doesn't turn the ball over very much. Wow, Atkins stayed with him pretty well there, didn't he?
Certainly did.
2 quick lead.
Lamb looking for an opening. Doesn't need it. He's got that little stop runner.
See, I like this. You know, Lamb should be taking a lot of shots. They started the game with him not taking shots. That's why they only have 16 points to this juncture of the game. The defense of the Huskies has been very good. I'm confused. Did UConn change their colors? Or are those Syracuse fans?
Hard to tell these days, hard to tell. Lamb averaging just under 18.
The dribble drive, the pull-up, the floater. He's one of the best in the league at the floating shot. 6'6", long arms, good body control, can take bumps.
And the Huskies had their first lead since 6-5, way back at the 14:43 mark, to commemorate the 30th Big East Championship presented by American Eagle Outfitters to be played at Madison Square Garden. The Big East is counting down the top 30 moments, players and teams exclusively on BigEast.tv. For more information, log on to BigEast.org/Garden30.
Well, you got to figure, as we take a look at Lamb's numbers, very impressive. That last year's run, 5 games in 5 days by UConn, has to be among those that you're going to look at in those top moments. Never before done.
I'm not sure who's picking the top 30, but that's got to be pretty tough as Connaughton knocks down a 3. Well, they can use his scoring, huh?
Only a freshman. That's some toughness about him. The three-point shot very much in evidence for Notre Dame. That's their 4th.
Somebody compared him to Ben Hansbrough, and Martin said there is no Ben Hansbrough as Giffey. Nice little runner. But if there's someone on the Notre Dame team close to Hansbrough as far as toughness, it would be Connaughton.
Jim Calhoun toying with lineups. This is their best one so far in this game.
Grant gives it up in the last millisecond, and Cooley is the recipient. Jim Calhoun, Bob, giving Kwanzaa Martin of Tennessee a big compliment, saying he's done something that I haven't been able to do, get his team to play hard. And I'm not sure if that was a message or more of a compliment, but it doesn't feel like his Huskies play hard enough sometimes.
Notre Dame content to use some shot clock. It's got them in trouble a couple of times, but it's also paid off a few times as well. You make UConn play defense for a long period of time, gets them tired. If you can get something good at 5 and under, that's a perfect possession.
Well, they're at 5 and under right now. Grant throws it up. And Lamb is fouled.
I like the Notre Dame game plan. Use the shot clock, knock in some threes, get back on defense.
Jaron Grant just picks up his 2nd. Notre Dame by 1. Back inside the XL Center, Mike Gleason, Bob Wenzel, 3:10 to go, a 1-point game. And
here we go, Huskies.
Jim Calhoun trying to snap out of a 2-game skid. And any one of those on that graphic right there is impressive.
4 Final Fours and 3 NCAA championships and the Hall of Fame. He's done an awful lot here. 6th all time.
Boy, 8 30-win seasons.
He's got Boatwright out of the game right now. Napier back at the point guard position. Giffey stays in for his shooting. A lot of different lineups been used in the first half by Calhoun in this one.
How about Giffey's numbers, huh? Minutes-wise, 27, 34, and 35 in Boatwright's absence. Last touch by Connaughton. Stays with the Huskies. 18 on the shot clock.
Giffey's coming out party was when they were in Maui. He played great out there. And that's when Kemba Walker, because became a national story as well. Stay behind the zone if you're Drummond. Don't flash to the middle and then receive passes for dunks or lobs. Best place for him to be against the zone.
4-time Big East Rookie of the Week, has 8 now, with 2:28 to go in the first half.
Grant averages 13, hasn't done much in this game so far.
Stops, How about that one?
He heard me.
He sure did. He said, how about that, Coach Wenzel?
Nice banker, Geron.
And Drummond comes right back. Knocked out of bounds by Olander, and Notre Dame now with a chance to build on this 1-point lead.
Mike Gray has done a remarkable job with his team this year. He loses Abramitis, first team All Big East player. He patches it together. They've got 8 losses, but boy, they've been playing terrific lately. More confident now, especially when they beat Syracuse. That got them really, really confident. And then they win on the road at Seton Hall, and they're playing very nicely here. Exactly what they should be doing. Shot clock's getting under 10 almost every half-court possession.
Down to 7. Grant deep. Battle for the rebound. And a last touch by the Fighting Irish. That's UConn basketball. Fans, be sure to check out JustLetGo.com for savings on vacations at Florida's #1 beach resort. Tradewinds Island Resorts in St. Pete Beach is your destination to just let go.
Joey Brooks comes in the game, kind of a glue guy for this team. Physical 3-man. He is going to try to guard Lamb.
Jim Burrow with the whistle away from the ball. And the foul goes against Connaughton.
Personal foul.
Well, Bray's been there for 12 years. Fixture in the NCAA tournament, 27 wins last year. They beat Akron and then lost to Florida State.
That's what Atkins was saying. Kind of bittersweet watching UConn win the national championship. He's number 3. Knocks down another one. He's got 7. He said Notre Dame happy for the Big East, happy for UConn, but he said we beat this team twice last year.
30 seconds.
That loss to Florida State that you talked about was tough to swallow.
Lamb hurt his back a while ago on that fall, and it clearly is bothering him. He's got his hand on it right now. You know, he kind of is a reticent superstar. More talent, more to come for him.
Inside a minute, and coming up on the Geico halftime report in the next 58 seconds. We'll take a look at the midseason report. We'll have the stats and highlights, and we hope to talk to Andy Katz by phone on more on this Ryan Boatwright situation. All coming up on the Geico halftime report.
Well, Boatwright's been in the game, but he is out of the game right now. Got some quick minutes, made a couple of good passes. Now takes a seat for a while. Lamb, you know, a lot of times I look at him and I think, you know, he's a reticent superstar. You know, I mean, he's picked first team all-conference this year, and yet sometimes during games he floats, you know, and he has the ability to take over and really push it. He's a team guy, you know, he doesn't want to be selfish, but I tell you, at times when they are struggling, he really needs to take the authority.
You're absolutely right. I've heard a lot of people say that his tremendous upside, not too many negatives, but he probably could shoot more. The game we did against Seton Hall, he probably could have shot the ball more. Down to 5 again for Notre Dame. 4. Down to 2. Grant splits the defense, and not this time, another shot clock violation.
Well, that's 2 shot clock violations. Grant is grimacing right there. Couldn't get around the 4-man guarding him. Still not a bad possession for Notre Dame in the sense they don't give up anything on the fast break situation. 28 seconds left to go for UConn.
Oh, Mike Gray, you had mentioned the slowdown. He said fewer possessions, fewer shots, and as long as his team plays lockdown defense, it's going to mess with the other team, because the other team, more times than not, they aren't used to having those fewer possessions, fewer shots in the ball game. And right now, Jim Calhoun calls the timeout with 28 seconds to go.
Well, game plan when you're on the road is different than when you're at home. And of course, for Mike Gray, on the road, they have not been overly successful, and yet they just won at Seton Hall. So he was very, very pleased with that. The other thing is, when you're holding the basketball a little bit more and using the shot clock, you don't have to play defense for as long a period of time as well. So there's lots of positives about that. Of course, you can take yourself out of the game if you're not scoring.
Well, Boatwright comes back in for UConn now with 28 seconds to go. The Huskies, who started 5 for 14, they've hit 5 of the last 7 shots in the game now.
Bryant's played 11 minutes to this point. Has a rebound and an assist, hasn't scored.
Roscoe Smith with the inbound. Atkins on Napier. 20 seconds to go. And Atkins picks up the foul.
0, Atkins. First personal. Team foul number 6.
No shot. Atkins does have to be careful of giving fouls, however, because Notre Dame is not a deep team at all. I mentioned the minutes that these guys play are huge. Everybody's up in the high 30s.
Atkins has gone 48 times this year. Boatwright, another little runner.
Been a long time, Ryan. Welcome back.
So the Huskies, with dunks and floaters, grab the three-point lead.
Ryan Boatwright was put in for this purpose. Endgame situation, he can create. That is a thing of beauty. Gotta love it.
First bucket for Boatwright, it's huge, and the Huskies by 3. The Geico halftime report is coming up. Welcome to the Geico halftime report. Back inside the XL Center, the UConn Huskies trying to snap out of a 2-game skid. And they head for the locker room with a 3-point lead over the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame at 24-21. Mike Gleason here, and joining us by phone, ESPN's Andy Katz. We saw Ryan Boatwright to get back on the floor for Jim Calhoun today, Andy, and hit the little floater right at the end of the half. His first 2 points, 2 were big, and as far as his 3-game suspension, 9 total now for Boatwright, everybody thought it was a closed case, but apparently that's not the case. What's the latest on the Boatwright situation?
Well, the Boatwright's attorney, Scott Thompson, who actually coincidentally represented former UConn assistant Tom Moore, who's now the head coach of Quinnipiac, during the Nate Miles case 2 years ago, he emailed a statement to the media earlier on Sunday, essentially saying that the NCAA never told Tanisha Boatwright, that's Ryan's mother, and Ryan, who made the accusations about them, so that they could defend themselves. He also refuted that the NCAA statements that Tanisha or Ryan ever received a car from anyone, and they also refuted any kind of inference that Ryan got any kind of influence to go to UConn, so that they consider these statements false by the NCAA, and they are now considering legal action against the NCAA because they thought this matter was going to be kept private. Instead, the NCAA released a detailed statement on Saturday about the matter. Now, the NCAA has not issued a response on Sunday, although we've asked for one. Something should be coming at some point Sunday afternoon in response to Scott Thompson's statement.
Andy, in your estimation, how does this play out then? Does this get dragged out through this season, or obviously the lawsuit, if there is one, will move into the summer months?
Well, I think we're heading down a road right now, which is a little bit unprecedented, where we're going to have a he said, she said kind of thing, where the NCAA gave a detailed response on Saturday. So there was certainly some transparency, but now you've got the attorney statement going back at the NCAA, refuting it, saying that there were fallacies in the statement. So now we're going to expect a statement responding to that from the NCAA. So it could be a little bit of back and forth, but the bottom line is he was granted limited immunity. He was allowed to be reinstated without having to sit any further games. So that aspect for UConn and for Ryan Boatwright, I do not think is in question. I don't see how he wouldn't be allowed to play going forward, despite obviously this difference of opinion from the attorney, from the family against the NCAA.
Andy, thanks for the update. Certainly appreciate it. Andy Katz from ESPN with an update on Ryan Boatwright's situation. The Geico halftime report continues with more after this. Welcome back to Big East Basketball presented by PNC. 24-21 UConn on top. And Bob, let's take a look at our shelter insurance first half highlights.
Three-point shooting is the thing of the day for Notre Dame. They've made 4 of them, 4 different players. Grant knocks this one in early. The ball is moving. Atkins makes this one. The use of the shot clock important. At the other end, Oriaki and Drummond got involved early. Ryan Boatwright dishes his first assist in some time. And right here, Drummond has 8 points in the first half. He leads them in scoring. They got to get Lamb going. He's their best offensive player. Very tight game, very well coached game by both coaches in this one.
For your auto, home, and life, seek shelter today as we take a look at the numbers after 20 minutes.
Well, 50% for UConn is pretty good, obviously, but that is countered by the 4 threes that Mike Gray's team has made. Points in the paint, big differential there. Connecticut more powerful. But here's the deal. Connecticut has 0 points in the fast break. That's what Notre Dame wants.
Jaron Grant, 6 points, 3 assists. Second half coming up. Welcome back to Big East Basketball, presented by PNC. Gorgeous winter weekend in Hartford, Connecticut. And we are looking at a 3-point ball game as UConn leads by 3, 24-21. The Fighting Irish open up the second half with possession.
Drummond guarding Martin, Oriaki on Cooley. Interesting. Drummond, the bigger player, guarding the more perimeter-oriented guy in Martin. There he is, 20 feet away from the basket, Mr. Drummond. He's got some quickness.
Connaughton, deep 3, rattles in.
5 threes for Notre Dame in the game.
2 now for Connaughton.
2-3 zone. UConn take a long time to shoot.
This is Grant. This is Atkins.
Game plan working perfectly. First 2 possessions for Notre Dame.
You know, Mike Gray was saying that in that victory against Syracuse, they showed so much poise with single digits on the shot clock. I think those were the first 2 buckets today I saw where the shot clock wasn't down to single digits for Notre Dame. Cooley with the kick.
Substitution, 11, Ryan Boatwright.
So Mike Gray saying after they lost to Gonzaga by 20, he said, if you would have told me we beat Syracuse and be 5-3 in the Big East, he would have laughed at you.
Boat right in immediately.
9 on the shot clock for the Huskies. Oriaki. Today's Big East game is being produced and distributed by ESPN Regional Television Incorporated. And the Fighting Irish try to incorporate a little lob. It doesn't work.
Screen the zone. Drummond trying to free up Lamb.
Oriaki. Nice job by Cooley.
One problem right now for UConn. They're getting the ball to the midsection of the zone, but they're getting it there with the wrong guy. Oriaki getting the ball there has not made 2 plays in a row. How about send Lamb into the center of the defense? Much more of a threat.
Inside 10 again, Atkins. Connaughton. This one doesn't go down. Huskies want to run. Wow. Grant just simply picked his pocket. Wide open.
Sweet.
3 ball.
2 guards know how to play with one another. 2 sophomores right there, Atkins and Grant. Get used to those 2 guys because they're going to be around for a while. Nicely done. Great start for Notre Dame in the second half. The push, the block. Let's return it. Let's me and you play together. How about it? Give it up. Good night.
All right, Bob Wenzel, let's take a look at our Big East leaders brought to you by PNC for the Achiever in You.
Well, we like scorers, and Kevin Jones, Darius Johnson, Odom, Wayans, who had 39 against Cincinnati, Lamb, and Cleveland Melvin of DePaul. You don't hear a lot about him, but he's a nice post player. These are the guys who are leading the league in points per game.
How about Darius Johnson Odom yesterday, huh? 26. They were down by 18 to Villanova and came back and won that game.
That's their normal thing at Marquette. They get behind and come back and win. Score is 8-0 in the second half.
Right now, Notre Dame on an 8-0 run. Irish have dropped 6 straight inside this building. Napier doesn't go, and Martin plays.
Hasn't scored in the game yet.
In the first meeting back in South Bend, he had 16 and 5 assists.
Use of clock has been very, very good. The fact that they had 2 violations doesn't matter.
Atkins, boy, that just opened up for him. I think he surprised him. He could have kept going to the glass.
Natives are getting restless, huh?
Oh, yeah. Napier. Deflected by Cooley. Last touch by UConn.
UConn is driving into the teeth of Notre Dame's zone. Notre Dame just waiting for them to get there, blocking shots on little guys. They need to make some perimeter shots.
Inside 16 minutes, the Irish 1-8 in this building. They're up by 5. Mike Gleason, Bob Wenzel back inside the XL Center. So take a look at some of the upcoming games on the Big East Network. Seton Hall, after that 15-4 start, that's 4 straight losses now for Kevin Willard, and they have to go to Marquette. That's tough.
Yeah, St. John's with the 5 starting freshmen. They are developing nicely. Parkless doing a terrific job. And Louisville has Gorgie Jang, who's the leading shot blocker. Very, very fun to watch him.
We talked about the natives getting restless. Well, they stand until UConn hits a shot, Bob, and they're 0 for 5 here in the second half.
Jim's hoping they sit down pretty soon.
Exactly. Ten on the shot clock. There's a reach. Shabazz Napier picks up the foul.
UConn is trying to pick up their pressure. It has not led to any turnovers or fast break points for Jim's team.
Attention golfers and club pros, online registration now open for the 2012 ESPN National Golf Challenge. Log on to espngolf.com to sign up and find a participating course near you. Irish working that clock down to 16. Martin goes.
Perfect. Perfect possession for Notre Dame. They are poised. Very, very impressive. 10-0 to start the second half.
Drummond down on the low post, 8 in the first half. As Bob just mentioned, no one has scored yet for the Huskies. 8. Boatwright, a little leaner.
No people on the offensive glass also. Usually UConn gets after it on the boards, sends people, keeps it alive. Not so today.
Martin goes for back-to-back, doesn't work. Brand new 35 though.
Mike Gray barking out the signals that he wants on every possession. Notice how far away they are from the basket. That way, when the pressure comes, you got space to move.
9 on the shot clock for the Irish again. Cooley loses the handle, the last touch by the Huskies. These fans still want to sit down. 5 on the shot clock.
They stand much longer. Their back is going to start hurting, I can tell you.
Four. Grants. Martin with one. Another 35. Good hustle by the Irish.
Long shot, long rebound.
Huskies got the look on their face like, you mean we got to play defense for another 35?
Exactly. Very frustrating. The defense has to keep its poise in situations like this as well.
Seven on the shot clock. Knocked out of bounds again. It stays with the Irish with 4.
Last time it was 5 seconds on a similar play, now 4 seconds.
Timeout call. Mike Bray called it with 4 on the shot clock. And the 31-24 lead.
Terrific game planning by Mike Bray and his staff, and great execution by their team. Jim Calhoun's team not with it offensively and then not getting on the boards. Right now he is describing an inbounds play that they have run before. The concern here with this amount of time, you have a possible lob to the middle of the lane. As you can see the resume of Mr. Bray, he's obviously been very, very good. 3 times the Big East Coach of the Year, and he's vying for that honor again this year. The thing that they have to be careful of in a 4-second situation like this is that too many guys get close to the basket, they take a shot, and they're not protecting the defensive end.
Well, let's see what happens now. Martin gets an open look. It's going to be a 3, and it goes.
Perfection!
7 threes now.
7 for 15 from the floor.
Drummond. Fans can finally sit down. Atkins makes a move, little runner, doesn't go. Cooley's there, a little push though. So the big guy picks up the foul.
UConn has changed their attitude on defense, Mike. Instead of chasing and trying to pressure, which has not been working for them, they have decided to just play back, stay between your man and the basket, standard man-to-man defense, and try to make them miss. Better idea.
Lamb deep. Lamb is good for 3.
That's a good idea.
That'll work.
Time to step up, Jeremy.
Lamb with 23 in that loss to Tennessee.
Almost had a 10-second violation.
Napier trying to force the issue up top. 9 again. Rejected.
Too much holding the ball.
Boatwright. Up by the rim, tip won't go. Irish come up. Wow. Oh, Mike Bray's loving that.
Let's get excited.
Mike Bray was all smiles. Jim Calhoun
Action
not so
on the
much.
boards right there. Everybody after the basketball. Gotta love it. Big East basketball.
And right now it's Irish in control. Back inside the XL Center, Irish by 5. And Bob, let's take a look at our game summary brought to you by Tradewinds Island Resorts.
Well, a game of runs. Notre Dame started the second half really well. Atkins is playing well. Drummond's 10 points, 5 boards. The deal for me is three-point shooting and the use of the clock. Notre Dame is 7 of 15. That's fantastic three-point shooting, and they have gotten the clock where they want it. They run it down. They haven't been able to get turned over heavily by UConn. Their game plan, they're working it to precision and perfection.
Last foul, incidentally, went against Jeremy Lamb. He's got 2, and that was a television timeout, and Mike Gray was giddy, jumping up and down with a big smile on his face. Martin gets the ball stolen. Lamb. It's about as calm as I've seen Jim Calhoun in a long time over on the Husky bench.
Shot clock at 7.
Grant with 4 on the shot clock. Wow, look at Cooley. Connaughton brings it back out. Garbage bucket for Cooley.
Man, it is getting physical in here. A lot of bodies falling all over the place. Notre Dame in the right place at the right time.
Mike Gray was saying that loss to UConn in South Bend, second chance points killed them. Well, they got the message. I don't know how many times they've had a brand new 35-second clock on this half alone. Lamb now with 12.
He can move without the ball, no doubt about that. Atkins does not seem to be getting tired in this game, despite the fact they've been hounding him, and he's their primary ball handler.
Connaughton, there's a reach. And another foul against Jeremy Lamb. That's going to be 3.
Third personal.
You know, Bob, we saw Connaughton knock down a couple of threes here today, but they say he is really explosive as well in a pickup game. He dunked over Atkins, and Atkins says, man, I didn't see a kid jump that high in a long time, but we haven't seen that yet with Connaughton, but he's capable.
He's got very long arms. He plays baseball also on Notre Dame's baseball team.
Atkins. Another offensive rebound. Connaughton, it won't go. Boatwright gives it up. Oriaki spins right into the defender. He picks up his 3rd.
Lots of indecision on the part of the UConn players in this game. When to go, when not to go. He spins right here. Martin steps in to take it. We mentioned Atkins. He's played nearly the whole game.
Walk in the park for him, though, right?
I guess. He's got a good engine.
Oriaki and Lamb both with 3 fouls now inside 8 minutes.
Drummond is chasing Martin.
This one goes against the Irish. Jack Cooley picks up another one. This is his 3rd, 7:47 to go. Notre Dame still by 5. Irish by 5, and Notre Dame becoming masters of the clock management so far this year.
In this game, away from home, look on the right side of your screen at the red numbers. They score with 1 second left to go. Take a look on the right again. 4, 3, 2, bomb. This has been happening all game long, and that's why the Irish have a 5-point lead, and it's a low-scoring game. The second thing that comes into play with clock management, Mike, is you got to make your shots at the end of the clock. They are 7 of 17 from three-point range. That is very, very good shooting, and that's why they are in the position they are in, trying to upset number 19 on the road.
And if they do miss their shot, they've got 10 offensive rebounds so far this afternoon. Boatwright. Stick back doesn't go. Lamb keeps it alive, and Connaughton gives it right to Drummond.
Second time today, UConn got on the glass. Dividends.
So Martin picks up his second. Drummond now with 12.
Repetitive jumping. Stay after it. Keep after it. Stay on it. Finish.
Alex Dragovich places the 24th cap.
He is athletic. Look at how big his hands are on the basketball.
Huge. 13. Huge three-point play as well. Not bad for a walk-on, huh? He's playing as a walk-on this year.
How's this for Big East basketball? Drama you can count on.
Grant loses it, but the Huskies commit the foul.
And he takes out Brian Kersey at the same time. Have you ever seen an official take a charge?
Not too often.
13, Shabazz Napier.
I asked him if he had seen anything unusual. He said a couple of things. Here's one for the books.
Grant was holding his forearm. Napier picked up the foul. Certainly didn't hurt his free throw shooting, though. A 79% shooter. He's got 7 now, his first point in the second half.
Yeah, Grant has very nice form. Rotation is beautiful on his free throw. Follow through is nice. Takes a deep breath. Good routine. Very nice.
Well, Mike Bray was saying when he's on top of his game, there might not be a prettier shot in college basketball. Lamb has 12. Boatwright explodes on the baseline.
Whoa! Get out of here!
It's an extra gear. Huskies got it down to 2. Grant from the corner. Nope. UConn, a 7-2 run, a chance for the tie, maybe the lead with a 3. Going for the tie.
Big rebound by Cooley. Crowd wants basket interference, but it wasn't. Poise time for the Irish.
Inside 5.5. This has turned into a dogfight.
Love it.
Nice ball fake by Martin. Knocks it down. That's a 2.
They missed their last 3 in a row. Nice pump fake by Scott.
Napier leans in, draws the foul. And whips it out of bounds. A little frustration there by Napier, but Connaughton picks up his second. And Napier, a 74% shooter on the line for Jim Calhoun, down by 4.
We can expect pressure after this free throw situation. Notre Dame has handled it pretty well during the course of the entire game. Can they do it at the end when the lactic acid starts building up in your
12, Alex
muscles?
Dragovich. For Connecticut, number 34, Alex Oriaki.
Napier, that's his first points in that loss against Tennessee. He had 18. He goes for his second. He's got it.
Let's see if anything happens with the Boatwright-Atkins matchup down the stretch. Martin has an advantage on Drummond away from the basket.
Grant with 9. Good ball movement. Grant with the steal, Cooley with the flush.
Alert! How about Grant? Steals an outlet pass in the backcourt.
Crossover by Boatwright, unsuccessful. Good hustle by Lamb to keep it alive, though. And here come the Irish. Atkins with 12. UConn with the timeout called. 4:02 to go. Boy, just seconds away from another TV timeout, huh, Coach? And trying to close the floodgates.
Terrific play by Grant. Not a good outlet by Drummond, and an easy one. And then they get another easy one. Everybody's hustling on this one. Fortunate bounce right there for the Irish. 2 layups in the last 2 possessions when it was getting close.
And the 2 roommates now. Grant with 8 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 12 points for Atkins. And we welcome and thank our Big East Network fans watching in 45 television markets throughout 18 states and across the nation on ESPN Full Court, ESPN3, and Watch ESPN app. Mike Gleason, Bob Wenzel. Not a high-scoring game, Bob, but certainly enjoyable.
Oh, this is entertaining. Irish took the air out of the ball successfully, made threes to get their cushion. UConn's aggressive nature got them right back to where it looked like they were going to overcome. And then 2 loose ball situations, easy plays. Only 28% shooting for Connecticut in the second half. That's not enough.
Wow. On the year as a team shooting 47%. And here come the Irish again. Dragovich couldn't quite get there. Good hustle by Napier.
How about Grant again? Grant stole it from Drummond on the outlet pass, then steals it from Lamb on a curl. This guy's got game.
Inside 4 minutes, and this is a game. 44-38, Irish on top. Today's Big East game is brought to you by PNC for the Achiever in You. The 2012 ESPN National Golf Challenge. Go to ESPNGolf.com to sign up today. USAA, proudly serving the financial needs of the military, veterans, and their families. Puerto Rico, it's about time you discovered why Puerto Rico does it better. And by Tradewinds Beach Resorts. More fun in the Florida sun. A lot of sun in Hartford this weekend, and right now the sun is shining on the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. They're 16-4 in the last 20 Big East games, and coming up next Sunday, the Mountaineers of West Virginia, the heartbreaker at Syracuse. They'll head for Providence to take on the Friars. That's a noon start as well here on the Big East Network.
Roscoe Smith in for defense on Martin. Drummond will now guard Cooley.
Dragovich rims out. Cooley with another offensive rebound.
Wow, they have done a tremendous job with offensive boards in this game, even though they're smaller. "11 offensive boards for Notre Dame. That's remarkable.
Certainly is impressive. Grant. Well, Martin would like to have that one back. Napier tries to slice through the defense, draws the foul.
Well, the good news for UConn right here is they got an opportunity to get 2 points without the clock moving.
Fifth team foul.
That's a great point, because you know when Notre Dame gets the ball, maybe about 33, 34 seconds to run off that clock as Napier now. Only 2 free throws in the ball game. But he is 3 for 3 from the line.
Connaughton comes in for Dragovic. Giffey in because he can shoot and has some quickness. Roscoe Smith out so that they have Drummond and Oriaki in the game. Well, Oriaki out again, I'm sorry. So they're going with a small lineup here.
You mentioned Giffey can shoot. Hit 8 of his last 14 shots coming into this game.
Small team for UConn. They want to try to pressure. On shots, 5 guys must rebound.
Boy, Atkins, you talked about the minutes he's played, but he's got to be tired, huh? Great job of getting the ball up court.
He really is handling the ball well.
Whistle goes against 11 Boatwright as he was chasing Atkins.
Well, remember last year, Ben Hansbrough was a great player in this league and really ran everything for Notre Dame. Atkins came in, was a part-time player, averaged only about 6 a game. Now he's doubled that, and clearly the lead guard for this team in terms of controlling their pace. Key possession here, obviously.
Atkins 15 on the clock. Atkins fouled. Boatwright says, I got all ball.
Got it down to 8 seconds. Hard work by UConn. Great ball handling by Notre Dame.
Second personal. 17th foul. 0.
Clock and free throws. Clock and free throws. Notre Dame, it's imperative they hit their free throws now. Atkins is 76%. Didn't even think about it. Ice water in his veins.
Solid. Only a sophomore.
Oh, look at that. Cooley. Was that a push? So Cooley has his 4th now.
45.
With 1:56 to go.
4th personal foul on Cooley.
2 possessions necessary for UConn.
Returning for the Huskies, number 22.
Get a shot up quick. Hopefully you can get fouled to stop the clock. If not, attack the boards with 4 people. What's Drummond doing out here?
Step back doesn't go. Look at Cooley. Goes up there and rips it down again.
Boy, that is a big time rebound, wasn't it?
Oh, it certainly was.
Above the rim.
Down to 1:22. Look at Mike Brand, that sideline, huh? Just
Well, he beat the number 1 team in the nation. He'd love to get the number 19 team in the nation.
Connaughton, the rookie, misfires from 3. Oh, spin. Wow, Boatwright. He's got 6 now. Calhoun calls the timeout. 61 seconds to go, down 3.
End-to-end acrobatic was Boatwright on that one. Spin, slice, dice. Quickness from end to end. Fabulous ball handling.
Well, Jim Calhoun said earlier this year that that young man's not afraid of anything, and that's what he loves about him as a player.
Plenty of time left right now for both squads here. Notre Dame has not been flustered by pressure in this game at all. They'll see if they can handle his last minute, where they're going to feel very, very much heat. Timeouts, Notre Dame still has 2. Foul situation is what you see. Nobody close to the 10, so they'll all be 1-and-1s.
Well, this is when the adrenaline starts to flow, as the Irish try to get it up court. Martin is in trouble, loses it. Napier. Whistle, we're coming back the other way.
Opportunity knocked, and the door closed quickly. Terrific pressure by UConn. Napier had the 3 wide open.
Number 12, Andre Drummond.
Couldn't make it go down.
Drummond gets the foul. That's only his first.
Just another day in the Big East Conference.
Oh.
This is a low-scoring game, but very entertaining.
UConn, number 10, Tyler Olander, number 22,
Front rim
Roscoe
because
Smith.
his legs were tired.
The Irish number
Cooley
24,
doing a great
Matt
job defensive rebounding.
Connaughton, true freshman. Didn't look like it. Knocks it down. He's got 7. Wow, knocks them both down. He's got 8. 50 seconds to go.
Got to score twice and get a stop.
Lamb.
Wow, that's once.
Andre Drummond.
Now you got to get a stop.
UConn.
UConn gets the timeout. Last time in this situation, the press worked. See what happens this time.
What a great job by Napier, just slicing through and just to get open enough for the pass.
Let's go, UConn!
That's emphatic.
Napier showing off some of those point guard skills. Drummond with 15. So now UConn, they're out of timeouts. 36.1 on the clock.
When you're ahead, the clock is your ally. However, last situation just like this, Notre Dame coughed it up.
Stay on your feet, UConn fans, come on!
Huskies trying to snap out of a 2-game skid, and the Irish trying to make it 3 straight back-to-back road games. 36 seconds to go, 3 points separating the two. What a disappointment of the Irish for them if they don't hold on.
The win at the Rock, when no one had beaten Seton Hall there until that time, was confidence building for the Irish. Grant and Atkins have been superb as ball handlers in this game. Everybody on Notre Dame doing their jobs precisely to the game plan. Low-scoring game on the road is what you want.
Atkins with the inbound, 36 seconds. Got to get rid of it. Timeout. Uh-oh, Jim Burr says 5-second call. Didn't get it. Oh, look at Mike Bray.
Twice in a row, the pressure has gotten to Notre Dame when throughout the game it has not.
Pressure's getting to me, Coach. Can't breathe here.
Well, UConn came on strong defensively. 10 turnovers for the Irish in the game. That's not that many. Pretty good. But at critical times. Plenty of time left in this one. We had a couple of 2-point games yesterday as well.
Irish holding Seton Hall to 42 points. UConn with 44, but who walks away with the victory? 36 seconds left. Now UConn basketball. Boatwright. Napier, that's an air ball. Partially touched, though. And Jim Burr says it's Notre Dame basketball. Napier said, no, they touched it. So right away now they're in that situation where Roscoe Smith fouls.
UConn did not get the shot they wanted. They isolated Lamb. He put it on the ground, made a good play. Help defense was there. And as a result, Napier takes a long contested shot. That's an air ball. He claims someone got a hand on it.
1-1.
Might have hit his fingers. It's a 1-1 for Grant. Sinks the first. He's got 9. And
well, 2-possession game right now offensively because of that.
Sure, his dad, Harvey Grant, the 11-year veteran of the NBA, is watching as his son knocks down both. Boy, that's huge. Lamb off the dribble. That's a 3. 7 seconds. Wow.
Wow is right. Circus shot by Lamb brings them within 2. With 6.4 to go, all things are still possible. Check this out. Trying to draw the 4-point play. Hits the bottom of the net. Lamb hoping for a call, didn't get it.
2 free throws, Jaron Grant.
This is the critical one now. He makes this, it's a 4-point game. Nearly impossible for UConn.
Misses.
Notre Dame foul, number 22.
Well, Grant
Jaron
missed the free throw. Wise foul there.
This kid is one smart player. He did not want Lamb to get a running 3. Lamb had 2 more seconds. He could have gotten really deep down the court.
And if there's anyone on the floor that can hit a running 3, it's that young man right there.
Oriaki in, just in case there's a miss, to tip it in.
3, Jeremy Lamb shooting a 1-1.
This is a 1-on-1 situation, not a 2-shot foul.
Tom Knight placing number 24.
He makes both, it's still a 1-point game. He makes the first. The possibility of missing the second intentionally is there.
%85 shooter hits that first one. So here we go, Coach. What do you do?
It looks like Jim motioned to make it, and then they try to foul. But they can miss intentionally and try to get the basket.
Wow! He did it! Horn sounds. Game over. Wow!
Final score, Notre Dame.
And Notre Dame all smiles. They get out of Hartford with another road victory.
Fabulous game planning by Mr. Bragg. Great execution by his team. Lamb misses intentionally. Almost gets it to go down. Drama in the Big East.
So the Huskies now with back-to-back-to-back losses. They had 57 points against Tennessee, but now with 48, that's their lowest point total on the season. Jaron Grant hitting some big free throws down the stretch. He had 11. Atkins with 13. Fighting Irish milked the clock, came up with good steals, some key offensive rebounds. And they snap a 6-game skid inside the XL Center as we take a look at our Papa John's player of the game, Jaron Grant. So 50-48, the final score. And the Fighting Irish knocking off UConn for back-to-back-to-back wins. So Notre Dame now 14-8 to 6-3 in the Big East. And back in November, they had 3 20-point losses. And as Mike Bray said, if you would have told me back then that we'd be 6-3, knocking off Syracuse and in the hunt for the NCAA tournament, he would have laughed at you. 50-48, and right now Bob Wenzel standing by with the victorious coach, Mike Bray.
Mike, congratulations on the win. I mean, what's your feeling? You beat Syracuse, now you beat the number 19 team on the road.
You know, we're playing well, Bob, and we're playing well at the right time. We have come so far from November and December. It's just fun to be around this group, and it's fun to see a group really believing in themselves at the right time.
Talk about your game plan with using the shot clock.
Well, you know, we really wanted to control tempo and keep that thing slow. We burned it up. We did really good things at the end of the shot clock, but we're good at that. It's something we've done, and I thought we defensive rebounded well enough to win. They beat us up on the backboard at our place when they beat us.
Talk a little bit about Grant's play. He stole the ball several times, very smart.
He is really a fabulous guard. I'm so excited. This Atkins-Grant backcourt, I'm excited, and I love they got 3 more years together, but really defend well, big time.
Thanks very much. Thanks a lot, Coach.
Final score 50-48. Irish win it. The preceding has been an exclusive presentation of ESPN Regional Television, the worldwide leader in collegiate sports. So long, everybody, from Hartford, Connecticut.